can't see your beautiful face. Akshay, it's home science class. Akshay. So let's continue, okay? Please wait, I have a problem. Okay. Where is it? Okay. So we finished the classification of food. And next we are going to look what is nutrition. We learned about food and nutrients. Okay. Food means any solid or liquid substances that we consume to maintain our health. It provides a good health, that is food. It can be anything solid or liquid. Next, we learned about nutrients. Nutrients are the small chemical compounds that present in our food. That is nutrients. The nutrients is classified into two, micronutrients and macronutrients. And the food, there are two types of classification, which are they on the base of nutrients, that is carbohydrate, proteins, fat, minerals, vitamins, and very important, water. Okay, water is also considered as a macronutrient. And then we are going to learn about nutrition. What do you mean by nutrition? Simply, nutrition means food at work. Simply, the nutrition means food at work. That is called as nutrition. Nutrition means it is a branch of science which deals with the nutritional process. It is a process. So nutrition is a process in the body that takes consumption. If we eat food, what do you mean by consumption? Eating anything, eating something, that is called as consumption. And digestion means if we eat any food, that get digested. That is digestion, absorption, and assimilation of food. These are the several activities that happen after we eat food. So what do you mean by nutrition? You can write a simple definition. Nutrition is a scientific study. Nutrition is the scientific study. Nutrition is the scientific study of what happens to food, once it enters the mouth, to the mouth and thereafter. That is nutrition. Nutrition is a scientific study of what happens to food once it enters the mouth and thereafter. So it is a process by which body takes in and uses the food. It is a process by which the body takes in the nutrients or the food and how it performs. That is a process or a scientific study. That is called as nutrition. Okay. Then we classify the nutrients. You know that there are different kinds of nutrients. Sometimes malnutrition, undernutrition, overnutrition, all these are the different kinds of nutrition. Okay, so the nutrition is classified. There are different types of nutrients, nutrition, which are they? One is good nutrition and other is malnutrition. One is good nutrition and other is malnutrition. There are two types of nutrition, good nutrition and malnutrition. So, what do you mean by good nutrition? Which means good nutrition means the proper nutrition. Okay, we get all the nutrients in right amount. That is called as good nutrition. And again, the malnutrition is classified into two. Malnutrition doesn't mean only the undernutrition. It also includes over. So malnutrition is again classified into two. That is undernutrition and overnutrition. Under and overnutrition. So nutrition is a scientific study of what happens to food if we consume and thereafter. That is called as nutrition. It is a scientific study. We classify the nutrition into two. That is good nutrition and malnutrition. Malnutrition is again divided into under and over. Okay, malnutrition is again divided into two, that is under and over. Then, what do you mean by malnutrition and good nutrition? This is a definition. Okay, as the name says, what is good nutrition, Sana? As the name says, what do you understand from the term good nutrition?
Proper nutrition,
Hmm?
the nutrients at the right amount.
I can't hear, dear. It's fine. Okay. So, good nutrition means if we eat any food or in our meal, the person gets all the nutrients. We need the nutrients in a particular amount, right? So, a person get all the nutrients in correct amount. If the person get all the nutrients in correct amount and correct proportion, the nutrients gets in correct amount and correct proportion, and not only getting the correct amount of nutrients but also the nutrients after getting it we need to store it. Okay, so the nutrients also need to store in our body for future use. Okay, if we eat any food, it's in a right proportion. If we eat food, the nutrients in the food is in right proportion. Not only that, we need to store the nutrients for the future use also. It always meet our requirement. Every human being has a particular requirement. Okay, if my requirement of energy is entirely different from Sana's requirement. Okay, so everyone has a different requirement. So if we get all the nutrients in correct proportion and the nutrients there will be remaining for storing for the future use is called as good nutrition. Okay, then just the opposite, malnutrition. Malnutrition doesn't means not only the deficiency but also the excess. Malnutrition, it's an imbalance. Okay, that's it. It refers to the deficiencies or excess or imbalance. Malnutrition means deficiency of nutrients. It can be deficiency of nutrients, it can be the excess of nutrients, or it can be just the imbalance of nutrients. That is called as malnutrition. If a person eats some food that is not sufficient for his or her requirements, then he or she suffers from malnutrition. Is it clear, Meghna? So, the nutrition is a scientific study or a process that has two types, good nutrition and malnutrition. Malnutrition is also called as bad nutrition. Good nutrition and bad nutrition. Okay, malnutrition is also called as bad nutrition. So there are two types of nutrition, good nutrition and bad nutrition. Good nutrition means the person get all the nutrients in the correct amount, and the malnutrition means sometimes it can be the deficiency of nutrients or it can be the excess of nutrients. Try to learn within the class, okay? Then what are the two divisions of malnutrition? What are the two divisions of malnutrition? Who need to answer? Who want to answer? Meghna. Always.
Undernutrition and
Sana.
overnutrition.
Hmm?
Undernutrition and overnutrition.
Undernutrition and overnutrition. So malnutrition has two types, under and over. As the name says, undernutrition means the person doesn't get enough quantity of food. That is called as undernutrition, in which the quantity or quality of food is not sufficient. That is not sufficient. That is undernutrition. The quantity or the quality of our food we consume is not sufficient for our daily requirements. That is called as undernutrition. Due to this reason, the person, most of the time due to this undernutrition, they have deficiency diseases. Okay, so the deficiency diseases are mainly happen due to undernutrition, deficiency diseases. Okay, so deficiency diseases are mainly due to undernutrition. What are the deficiency diseases? Sometimes we have the deficiency of vitamin A, sometimes we have the deficiency of vitamin C, or iron deficiency. Most of the girls have iron deficiency. The common one is vitamin D deficiency. Okay, these are all are the deficiencies or the insufficient amount. That is called as undernutrition. So undernutrition is the main reason for deficiency diseases. Okay, undernutrition is the main reason for deficiency diseases. So most commonly we have a protein energy malnutrition. In malnutrition, I told you there are certain I told you in malnutrition there are certain deficiency diseases, right? Deficiency diseases. So the most common deficiency disease is protein energy malnutrition. What is it? Protein energy malnutrition. The most common deficiency disease is protein energy malnutrition. Like protein energy malnutrition means most commonly it is seen in children. Okay, it can be, Sana, any doubt? Okay, it can be two types, that is marasmus. What is it? Marasmus. Protein energy malnutrition can be of two types. One is marasmus and the other is kwashiorkor. Kwashiorkor. Okay, so the malnutrition, which means the person doesn't get enough amount of nutrients, or it can be excess or an imbalance. So the most common malnutrition or the deficiency disease is protein energy malnutrition. And inside the protein energy malnutrition, we have two diseases, that is marasmus and kwashiorkor. These are the disease name. What is it, Sana? Repeat the name. What is it? Marasmus and? Marasmus and? Meghna, try. What is it? Marasmus and kwashiorkor. So marasmus means both energy and protein is deficient. Both energy and protein is deficient. So protein energy malnutrition is a common deficiency disease that's seen in children. The most common protein energy malnutrition is marasmus and kwashiorkor. In marasmus, the child have the deficiency of both calorie or the energy and protein. Okay, both energy and protein is deficient in marasmus. And in kwashiorkor, the child has normal amount of calories and the protein deficiency is the kwashiorkor means severe protein deficiency but normal caloric intake. So there are two types of protein energy malnutrition. They are marasmus and kwashiorkor. Marasmus means both energy and protein deficiency is there, but in kwashiorkor only protein deficiency is there. The child's calorie intake or the energy intake is same, or it's adequate. That is called as kwashiorkor. I think, is it enough for you? Is this enough? Fine. So just repeat the points. Okay, what do you mean by food? Try to learn within the class. Okay, try to learn. So food are the solid or liquid substances. After consumption, there are certain process that is happen, that is digestion, absorption and all. And these foods have different functions like physiological functions, social function and psychological functions. Physiological functions means it supplies energy, enables growth, repair the tissues and organs, and it protects our body from diseases and regulate the body functions. Sana, read what are the physiological functions. I think her network is not stable. Meghna, read. Functions.
Supplies energy, enables repair of tissues and organs, protects the body from disease, regulates body body functions.
Okay, good. Then we have social functions. What is social functions, Anna? Correct timing. What is social function? We usually use the food for social gatherings and all. So we
Like
get
birth.
together. That is called as social functions. And we classify the food into two. Which are they? We classify the food on the basis of nutrients present in our food, and next we classify the food on the basis of physiological function. These nutrients has different tasks to accomplish in our body. So on the basis of that functions, we divided the food into two. So what do you mean by nutrients? Read. Sana, just read. What is nutrients? Read from the slide.
The
Sana?
small chemical components of food that are needed by the body in adequate amount in order to grow, reproduce, and lead to a normal healthy life.
Okay, it can be organic nutrients or inorganic nutrients. Organic nutrients means the nutrients that have the carbon in it, and inorganic means there is no carbon. Okay, so the carbohydrate, as the name says, carbohydrate. So it definitely has carbon, right? So carbohydrate, proteins, vitamins, and all these are the organic nutrients, and inorganic nutrients are water and minerals. Okay, water and minerals. Then there is a classification of nutrients here. There are two types of nutrients, micronutrients and macronutrients. As the name says, the micronutrients means the nutrients that we need in smaller amount, and macro means we need the nutrients in larger amount. So the carbohydrates, proteins, water, all these are we need in larger amount for a day-to-day living. And vitamins and minerals, that is from fruits and vegetables, we need these kind of nutrients for protection and prevent from diseases and all. And again, the classification of food is based on nutrients, that is carbohydrate, proteins, fat, minerals, and vitamins. Meghna, what are the two types of vitamins? How can we classify the vitamins?
Vitamins.
Vitamins, two type of vitamins. Sana, it's your chance. Vitamins. Vitamins.
Fat, fats, this one, vitamin, water soluble vitamin.
Vitamins are divided into two. That is water soluble vitamins and fat
Fat,
soluble vitamins. Is it clear? Vitamins are of two types, water soluble vitamins and fat soluble vitamins. Please bear with my handwritings, okay? So water soluble vitamins and fat soluble vitamins. As the name says, water soluble vitamins are dissolved only in water, and fat soluble vitamins are dissolved only in fat. So these water soluble vitamins, which are the water soluble vitamins?
B and C.
Very good. B and C. So water soluble vitamins are not say a B complex. It includes a group of
B.
that is B complex. That is water soluble vitamins and C. Okay. Then what about fat soluble vitamins, Sana? Fat soluble vitamins. Other than B and C. Sorry. A. B is not there. B is the water soluble vitamin.
No, D.
A, D, then what is the code that I give to you?
Deca something.
Deca. So it has
Deca.
vitamin D, E, K, and A. That is fat soluble vitamins. So the vitamins are classified into two, Water-soluble vitamins and fat-soluble vitamins. Water-soluble vitamins are B complex and vitamin C. And what are the fat-soluble vitamins? Vitamin A, D, E, and K. Tekka. Okay, that is fat-soluble vitamins. And then how can we classify the food on the basis of functions? Each food has certain functions, or each nutrients has certain functions. So on the basis of these functions, we classify the food into 4. Which are they? Which are they? Meghna?
Energy giving,
Energy. Then
body building,
body building,
protective nutrients,
protective nutrients, and one more.
nutrients.
Sorry?
Relate.
Not
Regulate.
relate. It is regulatory. Regulatory nutrients. So what are energy giving nutrients? The nutrients that gives us energy. Which are they? Just give one example for energy giving nutrients. Yeah. Carbohydrates. Carbohydrates. And then, Sana, what about body building nutrients? What is it called? Why is it called as body building nutrients? What is the function?
For repairing the tissues.
It repairing tissues. That is body building. Which are they? Give an example for body building nutrients. Body building. Sorry?
Proteins.
Good. Protein. That is a one example of body building nutrients. And Meghna, what are protective nutrients?
It improves immune system.
It enhances the immune system and protect ourselves from various diseases. That is the function of protective nutrients. Which are they? Which are the protective nutrients?
Vitamins and minerals.
Vitamins and minerals. And also proteins there. Okay. Then last one is, Sana, what is the last nutrient? Regulatory nutrients. Which are they? Vitamins, minerals, water.
Protein.
No, water. Okay. So energy giving nutrients are carbohydrates. This is one example. Okay. So carbohydrates are energy giving nutrient. Protein is a body building nutrients. Vitamins, minerals, and proteins are protective nutrients. P for P. Okay. Protective nutrients. And the last is regulatory nutrients. These are the nutrients that help to manage or regulate our body functions. Which are they? Vitamins, minerals, and water. Is it clear? Is it clear? Okay. So take the page number 49. Meghna, read the definition and the classification.
Food are those solid or liquid substances which after consumption are digested, absorbed, and then used for different functions of the body. Next classification. Food is not only to be consumed, digested, and absorbed, but should also be useful for the functioning of the body. Example.
So what is it? Food is not only for digestion and absorption, it is also used for the functions of the body. Then,
example, tea without sugar and milk is not a good food because it is not
a good food, not a food.
Not a food because it is of no use to the body. Classification of food. Food can be categorized into 2 classes which are as follows. First one on the basis of nutrients present in the food. And the second one on the basis of physiological functions. On the basis of nutrients present in the food.
Okay,
first
fine, Meghna. Read, Sana. Nutrients.
Food is essential because it contains substances which perform functions in our body. The essential substances contributed by
What is nutrients?
Nutrients are small
The essential substances or the components that present in our food. Continue. This is a main definition.
nutrients are small. Nutrients small in the parts of food that are needed by the body in adequate amounts in order to grow, produce, and lead a normal healthy life.
So we need the nutrients in adequate amount, everything in a controlled manner. So we need all the nutrients in an adequate manner or in a particular proportion. Continue.
Nutrients provide nutrition to the body as or after digestion. All these have a definite role and are obtained from different food products.
So each nutrients like carbohydrate, proteins, all these, each nutrients has different functions and different roles in our body. Okay, then continue.
Roughly 50 chemical substances are found in food. These can be classified on the basis of the composition and
Nearly,
function which are shown in the
fine. So nearly 50 nutrients are there, right? 50 chemical substances are present in our food. We coordinated or classified all these into 6 groups according to some characteristics and all. That is carbohydrate, proteins, fats, minerals, and water. You can see the diagram in 50, the first diagram. Okay, so here the vitamins are classified into A, B, C, D, E, and K. So which are the water soluble vitamins? You can mark it there. Which are the water soluble? Sana. B complex and one more. Sana.
C.
C. Okay. So B and C are the water soluble vitamins. Then read the next paragraph, Meghna. After the diagram.
Nutrients can be classified as macronutrients and micronutrients on the basis of the required quantity.
On the basis of required quantity. So nutrients are classified into 2, micronutrients and macronutrients, on the basis of mass or the quantity. Then
to be consumed by us every day. The nutrients that are required by humans in small quantities throughout life are called micronutrients. The nutrients required in large amount in the diet of humans throughout life are known as macronutrients.
you can underline the small and large there. Okay. Small means micronutrients, large means macronutrients. Then
carbohydrates, protein, fats, and water are macronutrients.
so
All
the
the
examples for macronutrients are carbohydrate, proteins, fat, and water. Then vitamins and minerals are the micronutrients. Vitamins and minerals are the micronutrients. Most food contain more than one nutrient. So most of the food contain, our food not only contain a single nutrient, most of the food contain more than one nutrient. For an example, the milk has the nutrients except the vitamin C and iron. Okay, what does it mean, Sana? The milk has milk has all the nutrients. But in milk, there is a lack of 2 nutrients. Other than that, all the nutrients are there. If we consume milk, we get all the nutrients except what? Except Meghna?
vitamin C and iron.
So in milk, there is no iron and vitamin C, and all other nutrients are there in milk. So it is a complete food. Milk is considered as a complete food. Okay. Then on the base of physiological functions, all nutrients have a definite function to perform in the body, but single nutrient cannot work independently. A single nutrient cannot work independently. All the nutrients are connected to each other, and all nutrients, the function is relatable. That is why the nutrients are that is it. Single nutrient cannot work independently. A single nutrient cannot work independently. Okay. Then read the nutrition, Sana. Nutrition. The definition of nutrition, that is in 51. 51, the bold one.
Nutrition is the deals with the nutritional process involving nutrients consumption, digestion, absorption, and assimilation of food.
Okay. Then there
Thus,
is
we
also
conclude
seems that food at work is nutrition. Food at work is nutrition. That is a third definition. Okay. Then the types. Read, Meghna. The types of nutrition.
Different types of nutrients are shown in the following chart. Nutrition is divided into two, good nutrition and malnutrition. The malnutrition is further divided into undernutrition and overnutrition. Good nutrition.
Fine. So any doubt in this class? Any doubt, Sana? Is it clear? Are you able to learn within the class? Meghna?
Yes.
Sana?
ma'am.
So no doubts. So let's meet in the next class. That's in 140, right? Okay. So see you. Bye. Thank you.